Hello, YouTube. This is your girl, Karmika Boom, broadcasting live from the Boom Boom Room. This is a late live stream. I usually don't go live this late at night, but I felt compelled to go live and just have a conversation. Since tomorrow, Friday, I'll be really busy tomorrow. So I was compelled to um, do this particular topic after reading a post that Tyrese, the singer and actor, had posted today, earlier today, on his live stream. Not his live stream, excuse me, on his Instagram page. And I'll read the post. It says, I've seen men leave 5 to 10 year relationships, turn around and get married to a woman he's known for 6 months, and does all the things his ex always begged him to do. Word of advice: stop preaching to these men. They hear you. He's not going to ever be the man you want him to be because you're not the woman he wants to be with. People change for who they want, period. Hello, Castiles. How are you tonight? So, Castiles, what do you think about this? Do you think a woman can change a man? Do you agree with the post that I just read? How do you feel about it? Hello, Vanessa. How do you feel about it, Vanessa? Do you think a woman can change a man, or does the man have to be presented with a certain type of woman in order for him to change? Or do you think it's necessary for a man to change? Should he be obligated to change? Mhm. I do agree with that, Castells. You can't change a man. I agree with that. But that really was interesting when I read that today. And I have observed that in a lot of guys, um, you know, not guys that I've been with, but guys, celebrity guys, guys, all type of guys in the community. Just like this post that Tyrese put up today, and I'll read it again. It says, I've seen men leave 5 to 10 year relationships, turn around and get married to a woman he's known for 6 months. And see, some of these guys, they stay with these females for 15, 20 years. They don't marry them. And then they meet another female, and just like the post says, 6 months later or less, they're getting married. And he's doing all the things his ex always begged him to do. That's really interesting. Casal says he has to want to change if he deems it necessary, but some women can influence a man to change himself. Okay. Vanessa, you say, no, made that mistake too many times in my early 20s. Okay. And I agree. He has to be willing to change himself, but that just goes to show that you have to develop a certain chemistry and compatibility early on. If it's no compatibility or chemistry, it's not going to work, regardless of however many years and however much sex you have. And so many people, they rely on that sex as the solidifying factor in the relationship, and that's totally wrong in my opinion. And so many females think that that's all that it takes, and they don't even get to know the guy as far as his character goes. And, you know, in a lot of females' mind, they think that they can change a man. You cannot change a man. No. When you meet him, he is already whoever he is. Okay, Castells, you say, my brother did what Tyree said, and I know his ex is pissed. Right. Yes. And I have seen this happen so many times myself. And, it's not anything that you can do as a female to change him. Either he's digging you or he's not. And that's just the bottom line. But so many females, they feel like they can change a man. And I just don't feel like it's possible. No. People change for who they want, period. And like the post says, he's not going to ever be the man you want him to be. So many females try to make this guy be who they want him to be. He's not going to be the man you want him to be because you're not the woman he wants to be with. Period. Okay, Cat Styles, you say, yeah, you have to fall in love with who the man is, not his potential. That is so true. That is so true. Cat Styles, I've been seeing your posts on Instagram. Y'all, you and your husband, y'all looking real cute over there on Instagram. So you getting ready to have your baby? When you gonna have your baby, Cat Styles? Um, Cat Styles says it's a hard pill to swallow, knowing that he doesn't love you the way you want him to. That's true. That is so true. And that's why you gotta be compatible. A lot of females don't understand that you gotta be compatible. And it's not just about a couple of giggles and giggles there. You gotta be full throttle compatible. And it's not going to work. It's not going to last if you're not compatible. And, you know, this is what I see happening with so many females. And then they get mad at the guy. It's no need in getting mad at the guy. He just don't want your ass, period. And, you know, a lot of them don't want to accept that, but it's just how it is. Um, Cat Sound says, I have my baby. Oh my goodness, you already had your baby. Wow, Cat Styles, I am so late. Where have I been? You already had the baby? Wow. So those must have been old pictures that you posted recently on your Instagram. Okay, you had your baby 2 weeks ago. He's sleeping his bassinet next to me. Okay, I'm gonna have to send you a gift. Did you get a push gift? Did your husband give you a push gift? A lot of these celebrities, like the Kardashians, they be getting push gifts. um, Vanessa says some guys will change, but it's only after something major happens, like a death of a parent he's close to, or getting a chronic illness. Yes, that's true, Vanessa. I have seen that also. Different life events will cause a guy to change, but For the most part, he has to be into you. He has to be really into you. Oh my goodness, Castells. Honey, Castells getting a push gift. You getting a whole new car from him. Either a Jeep or a Lexus, trying to decide which one. Go ahead, Castells. You know, some of these females, regular females, they don't get push gifts like the Kardashians. They be getting push gifts from their child's dad. So that's nice, Castells. You getting a push gift. Congratulations. That is so nice. Y'all make a great couple. I be looking at your pictures on Instagram. Y'all look cute together. Vanessa, you're asking what is a push gift? A push gift when you push the baby out. They call that a push gift in the celebrity arena. You know, ordinary in the ordinary arena, most ordinary people don't get push gifts. But in the celebrity arena, they call it a push gift. Yeah, that is cute. A push gift. Yes. And I know Nicole Murphy, I think she said that she got a push gift, some diamonds, some jewelry or something like that. And I think Kim Kardashian and uh I don't know if Chloe got one, but I think Kylie got one, a push gift. And I think Courtney did too. I can't remember what it was. Yes, I think I would make a great mom too, Cat Styles, but honey, I don't have no time for it in today's society, and I would not dare bring a child into this awful society. No, no ma'am. No ma'am. All this wickedness all over the land. 95%, I'm gonna say 90% of the land is just awful. I would not want to bring a child. Me myself personally, I can't speak for everybody, but me myself personally, I opt out. I will not bring my child into this evil, wicked society. No ma'am. No ma'am. I love my child more than that, than to subject them to all of this. No, absolutely not. And somebody might say that's so selfish. Well, I'll just have to be selfish because I'm not gonna do it. Nope, nope, nope. And not only that, you know, to a certain degree, I'm struggling myself. Why would I bring a baby out into all of this and have the baby struggling too? And there's nothing worse than seeing a struggle baby. You know, I see a lot of struggle face babies. And you know, it's real bad when they get that struggle stress face. I see a lot of them, especially them on the bus. When I be riding the bus, I see a lot of struggle face babies. Man, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible. And one person that I am following on Instagram, his son, he got a real handsome little son, and he's handsome himself, and he lives in the city. I'm not gonna call his name because all of y'all don't know who it is, but I'm not gonna call his name. But his son got a struggle, stress face, and he ain't number 6 years old, and I already look like he done had a hard life. And I think what happened, you know, a lot of times when you're going through stress and grieving, that's a spirit, that's an energy, and it's transferring. Oftentimes it'll transfer to your child. You know, when you conceiving, some kind of way it goes into that bloodstream and all of that. And his son constantly has that struggle, stress face. Even when they went to Disney World recently, he took him to Disney World. And that little kid, man, even though he was having a good time, he was still looking stressed out. I said, wow, that kid done inherited that same energy, that stress, grieving, because he been grieving over a relative of his for years. And I was looking at his page last night on Instagram, And I was looking at he had posted a picture of that certain relative that got killed, and he ain't been the same since. And I can understand why. And it just made me so sad to look at it. Ugh. And I was thinking, man, it's amazing how one life event like that, when somebody tragically gets killed that you love, it'll mess up your whole life. And you'll wear that like a veil for the rest of your life or whenever. And I don't think he ever gonna come out of that. And then he had this kid under that stress and that grief stricken condition, and his son then came out with that same energy, stressed the fuck out. And I just feel so sorry for his little son. Gotta walk around stressed out like that. And I don't think he ever gonna change. That whole disposition just stressed. And I'm like, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, Cat Styles, I do see a lot of struggle babies, struggle, stress, face babies, struggle babies. And I just feel bad for them when I see them. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them out here. But hello, Eric. How are you tonight? And yeah, having a hard life at an early age. Yeah. Eric says I feel like that is sad because some of the children being brought into the BS that the mother and father have already prepared for the child. I feel like why would you bring somebody into that? Exactly. And I don't wanna be a part of that. I really don't. Uh Castal says my baby be smiling in his sleep with his cute dimples. I just thank God for that. Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet. So you enjoying being a mother, Castals? Are you enjoying that? And see all that crying and constantly getting up, changing the diaper and all that. Ooh, that'll get on my nerves real fast. Man. And see, somebody might say that's selfish, but I just have to be selfish. Man, I love my sleep, and I ain't got time to be getting up and warming a bottle and changing diapers all night. And all day and all night and all day and all night. Man, bye. Goodbye. See, I'm gonna need a lot of money because I'm gonna hire a nanny. I need some help already, and I ain't even had the baby. I ain't even had it, and I already need some help. Already. Already trying to take it to the babysitter. And I ain't even had it yet. Ooh, goodness. And then pushing the baby out. Oh my God. A whole human coming out of my vagina. Oh my God. And I'm looking at all these women that be pushing and in labor. Man, I don't have time for that. 15 hours. 15 hours. 8 hours. Oh my God. Man, I got things to do. I ain't got time to be sitting up pushing no baby out. A whole human out of my vagina and the hole getting wider and wider and it's hurting and hurt. I see I can't stand on that threshold of pain. I can't stand it. I see why some women die during childbirth. And I don't want to say it, but I probably man, I couldn't tolerate all that hollering and pushing and hollering and pushing. Man, can we get this over with already? Okay. OMG. Woo. But anyway, oh my gosh. You know, it is what it is. And the older I get, the less patient I am. You know? So it is what it is. But you know what? Some children they come in handy when you need to clean the house and go uh have somebody to take the garbage out and go get you some water when you don't feel like getting up. I know that sounds so low down, but that I would have them children working all night and day. You understand me? Especially during the summertime. Man, it's time to cut the grass, all of that. Wash the windows, wash the car, all of that. Ooh, them children will run away. Ain't they gonna run away? They gonna run away from my house. They're gonna be tired of my ass. So every time I turn around, oh look, we need to do this, we need to do that, go clean your room, go clean good blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Already. Already. Soon as they start work walking, it's time to put them to work. Already. Pick up your toys. I ain't picking up no toys. No ma'am, no sir. And see, that'll get on my nerves. All them toys all on the floor. Man, I see why some women put them in the garbage. While they sweeping the floor, put them in the garbage. Man, all them toys going in the garbage because I'm gonna get sick of looking at them. I'm gonna get sick of looking at them. Eric, you say, y'all, I saw a child today go what? Go to somebody's door to give money to a drug dealer. What? So they mama can get her drugs. Excuse me, Eric. Wow. Did you call Child Protective Service, Eric? How old was the child? How old was the child? Wow. Contract terminated. Hello, contract terminated. Contract terminated says I used to hate those type of adults when I was younger so much. What type of adults? Contract terminated. Vanessa, you laughing at me? I'm serious, honey. I don't have time for all that get on my nerves so quick. They look like a toddler, man, and I already got them going to somebody's house selling drugs. Wow, that's awful. That is so awful. Man, oh man. Oh, contract terminated. You hate the parents that put the kids to work cleaning. Man, they need to be cleaning. That'll burn some of that energy up. That'll keep them from doing all that hollering and yelling. Why do so many of them kids be hollering and yelling? I seen some walking down the street, some teenagers the other day, and they just hollering and yelling and screaming. See, what is all that all about? And see, I came up in an era you were seen and not heard. And I just don't understand why they gotta scream and yell and all that kind of stuff. Why they just can't play? Why do you have to scream and yell to the top of your lungs? I don't understand that. Castile, you say, I ain't raising no lazy kid. They gotta clean up. I know that's right. Especially their own room. Yes. Yes, contract terminated. What happened to your inside voice? I was asking this grown man that today. He was in the store screaming. So many of these people want attention. That's why they be doing all that yelling and screaming. And I'm like, wow, what is your inside voice, honey? And he's in the front of the store. I could hear him all the way in the back unnecessarily. Whew. Yeah, a whole generation of heathens. I can't stand it. And I don't want my child nowhere around it. I'm going to keep mine in the egg. That way, I don't have to deal with it and they don't have to deal with it. Everything is all right. But speaking of children, today I was riding with somebody. Somebody gave me a ride. I got to tell y'all about this. Oh my God. Today was a day with these bootleg Uber drivers. I'm so sick of them. I want to throw them all the way in the garbage, okay? And this guy that gave me a ride, I had deleted him off of my Facebook page. But then what happened? What happened? I think he called me and I really did need a ride. I was desperate. So I unblocked him. Ugh. And he gave me a ride. But let me tell you, now he gon' let me tell you, and I really been thinking about this. all evening. Should I say something to him about it? I think I am going to say something to him because he's supposed to be picking me up again Tuesday to take me to an appointment. And the only reason why I'm really giving him a pass because he's supposed to be grieving over his dad. His dad had just died of cancer, he told me. That's the only reason why I'm not lighting into that dude the way I ordinarily would. I'm trying to go light on him. And he gonna charge me $20 just to take me. It wasn't very far. Okay, he's coming from a distance away, but hell, that's his problem. Okay, he the one agreed to give me the ride. So he was late at least an hour. He kept calling me and texting me, lying, saying he was 20 minutes away. First he said he was 10 minutes away. 10 minutes went into uh 20, 20 went into 30, 30 went into 40, and so on. So he was at least an hour and a half late picking me up. And last week, no, I think that was earlier this week. Yeah, it was Tuesday. He was 3 hours calling me after he was supposed to have been picking me up. And then today he lied. I think he lied. He said he didn't come because he was over across the bridge in another state and he had gotten a ticket because he was over there looking for a part for his vehicle. Just lying. You know, lie don't care who tells it as long as it get told. So I'm listening to this lie that he telling me. So today, okay, he was at least an hour picking me up. And then he told me when he finally came, he told me he had to go pick this girl up because her baby couldn't talk. And she had to take it to the hospital. Wait a minute now. You know, I feel compassion for the girl and the kid that can't talk, but she's supposed to been calling the ambulance, not him. And then if she gonna call him and he gonna cooperate and go pick her up, she's supposed to go behind me. That's not right for her to get my turn with this ride now. And so he supposed to had gave me a discount on that ride, right? But he's still gonna charge me 20 whole dollars. And I thought that was very unfair. And I started to mention it. And I think I will Tuesday. I'm gonna hold it in my mouth and in my head a whole couple of days. And I'm gonna tell him, you know what, I've been thinking about this a couple of days. And I meant to say it the other day. I'm gonna go on and say it today. That wasn't right what you did the other day. And I don't want you to do that anymore if I keep on fooling with you, okay? And to make a long story short, this another reason why I didn't say what I wanted to say to him before I got out of his vehicle. He had me laughing talking about this girl that he used to fool around with that had roaches. And man, he had me laughing so hard. I started to go live with him because I wanted y'all to hear what that dude was telling me. It was so funny. He told me that this girl he was dating had some roaches and bed bugs. A deadly combination. You know, bed bugs is bad enough. They got blood, human blood in them. That's real nasty. You gotta be a real nasty MF to get bed bugs. That's my belief. You gotta be real nasty to get bed bugs. And he told me that that girl had bed bugs and roaches. And I'm like, wow, the bed bug is the first cousin to the roach. And the kid, he said she had a little boy, and the little boy was playing with the roaches like toys. I said, wait a minute, are you serious? And and he said, yeah, yeah. The kid was playing on the floor with the roaches like toys. I said, wow, man, I almost fell out of that truck laughing. Man, I almost fell out of that truck. I could not believe what he was telling me. And he said, he said to me, he said, he said when he would walk through the door, and I couldn't believe he would mess around with the girl like this. And he said he stayed over at her house one night. And I said, "Did y'all have sex?" He said, "No." He know he lying, right? You know he lying. And he said, "No, I just stayed over there and I had to stand up. I ain't even lay down." He said, "I stood." I said, "You stood up and you was asleep?" He said, "Yeah, I tried to go to sleep, but I had to stand up." And he said she had a sister staying over there, and both of them had kids together. Both of them had kids, and he said, as soon as you walk through the door, the roaches just fall. Oh my God. He said the roaches just falling like rain, just falling like rain off the doorpost. I said, wow, are you serious? I said, you didn't say nothing to her about the roaches. And he was like, no, I'm pretty sure she knew, she already had them. And I said, man, I said, was it a young girl? He said, no, she looked like she was in her 30s. I think she was in her 30s. And I'm like, wow, you were messing with a nasty girl. And man, he said the roaches sometime will play dead. I said, what? He said, yeah, some of them play dead when I step on them with my shoe. He said some of them play dead. I'm like, wow, are you serious? Are you serious? When he said that, man, I laughed so hard. I said, I ain't never seen no roaches play dead. He said them motherfuckers played dead. I'm like, wow, what kind of roaches was those? Okay, just nasty. Just nasty. And I'm pretty sure they had a vehicle. Their vehicle was nasty. And speaking of nasty vehicles, okay, so he was the second dude. He was the second dude that I got a ride with today. The first dude, now this the how many times I done roll with him. I think I done roll with him 2 times, and I'm sick of him. I'm finna block him on Facebook. I'm real sick of him. And I was recommended to him by two different females. That just goes to show you can't listen to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I got to thinking about this earlier today. In order for them two girls to recommend this dude, they gotta be just like that dude. And I thought the dude was cool. He's a young dude. He in his 20s. And he got a nasty car. Man, I gotta do a whole video about this. A nasty vehicle. I just believe if you got a nasty vehicle, you got a nasty ass. If you got a and people that got a nasty house got a nasty ass. And if you got a nasty ass, you got a nasty state of mind. Okay. And his whole car smell like dope. And I'm like, man, you ain't scared for the police to stop you. And then he said somebody hit him. He was in a wreck. The whole driver side of his window busted out. So he got some plastic over it. And man, every time that's a health hazard. I'm gonna get in a terrible wreck with that boy. I better stay out of his car, right? Every time he get ready to look to the left for traffic, he got to peep out that little hole in the plastic. And every time he would do that, man, I would try to hold the laugh in my head. And I'm like, damn, look at oh my God. Forgive me, Lord, for laughing. But every time he would put that head down the look at that window at the plastic. man, man, I was over there killing myself laughing. I'm like, oh wow. He is really looking at the peephole. The peephole, he got a motherfucking peephole. And I'm like, wow, he gonna get his whole ass busted looking at that motherfucking plastic peephole. Okay. Man, why don't you cut a whole hole in that plastic? That peephole gonna get you fucked up. Okay. All that motherfucking traffic out there. You ain't got time to be looking at no fucking peephole. This bitch got a peephole in the plastic. And he keep that car hot as fuck. And like today, the temperature had went up. Some people I can't stand when some people keep the heat on full blast all the time just because it's winter time. Man, you ain't gotta have the heat on just because it's winter time. And today I didn't even need a jacket on. It was warmed up. And there he go with that jacket on and got that heat on in that car. I was hot as fuck. My wig was hot. Everything was hot. And I said, look, let me on the back seat. I'm gonna be like them Indian women and them Chinese and them Muslim women. I'm gonna get on the back seat. And I said, do your window let down back there? He said, no. I said, wait a minute now. You been held hostage in this whole car. Ain't no windows coming down. What happened to your windows? Let's have a whole conversation about your windows. What's going on with your windows? And say I can't stand to be in a vehicle that the windows don't let down. That's mandatory for me. That's a requirement. The windows got to let down. I cannot stand to be in a house or a vehicle and the windows don't let down. Man, or lit up. Man, oh, I get claustrophobia. I gotta have me some fresh air every now and again. And how can people ride in the vehicle and the windows don't let down? Man, please, I be done bust all them windows out. Okay, and man, okay, Vanessa, you asking how much did you have to pay for a ride like that? Okay, now that dude, the dope smoker, and his whole and that's so unprofessional. Even though we not really been in a professional setting, but still, I don't know nothing about this dude. But you want me to take you halfway seriously? Okay, the first time he came to pick me up, he don't know nothing about me. I don't know nothing about him. I could be an undercover cop. I could be a off-duty cop. I could be a drug agent. You know what I'm saying? This dude whole car smelling like dope. And then he took a break while I was inside the place getting my other stuff. Him and his cousin, he brought a girl, a female girl. She young, both of them in their 20s. And I'm like, why did you bring your cousin? And you know that I want you to help me move my stuff. I was mad as hell when I looked outside and seen his cousin with him. And I'm like, why in the fuck is she got this wig head in the car? And she all in the way. She smelling like dope. He smelling like dope. Man, I was so fucking mad and I wanted to cuss, but I wanted them to help me move my stuff too. So they came in handy because they did help me move most of my stuff. I ain't had to put my hand on too much, so I gave them a pass. Because despite being dope heads, they did do some work. So I paid him. Okay, what day was that? I think that was this past Tuesday. Okay, so I paid them $30 for that. So that was pretty good because if you get a professional moving company, you're gonna pay them at least about $100 or $200, maybe even three. So I said that's pretty good. I wasn't trying to take advantage of them, but all they wanted was some more dope to smoke. So I guess they used that $30. They were glad to get that $30 to get some more dope to smoke. And I said, this is sad, and I'm running into so many young people. That's dope heads, straight up dope heads. And people used to laugh at the crackheads, but ain't nobody laughing at the dope heads. The dope heads worse than the crackheads. Man, these young folks gotta smoke dope day and night, night and day. Drug heads, straight up addicts. And they don't want to consider themselves addicts. Man, the whole country, just addicts, drug addicts. And they trying to make it seem like it's cool. Walking around smelling and looking at food. Man, please, I don't have time for it. And so today, okay, now before he came over here to pick me up, I told him where I had to go, what I had to do. We had that understood. But guess what? Okay, so when he took me to the store, because I had to get a plunger, I had messed the toilet up. So I had to go get a plunger and come back. He want to take me to the store that he want me to go. And then he all on Google looking for a hardware store. And I already done told him where to go. I know what store I want to go to. How you gonna take me to where you want me to go and you want me to pay you? Man, take me wherever I want to go. Okay. So he Googled the place and it wasn't even no hardware store over there. Wasting my time. So we just went over to the Family Dollar, and you know I can't stand the Family Dollar. I'm on strike from the Family Dollar, but I went ahead and went over there. And while I was over there, I heard some man asking the clerk to help if he knowed or he wanted her to help him do an application online because he don't know how. It's a lot of that going on. And I said I could start me a business helping people do applications online because it's a lot. I don't want to call them dumb, but they computer challenged, and a lot of them are literacy challenged. You know that a lot of these grown people don't know how to spell basic words and blah blah blah. I could start me a business with just doing that, helping people do applications on the computer. Because a lot of these people don't know how to do it. They're just walking around pretending, trying to fit in with society. And it's got to be pretty hard to be grown and challenged in that capacity. So, being the person that I am, I felt compassion for the man. So I told him, I said, sir, do you want some help doing application online? He said, yeah. You know somebody? I said, I'll help you. I don't mind. When you be kind to people, they be suspicious of you. They think you got some ulterior agenda. And that's so sad. It's so much hate and evil and, you know, all this scamming and all of this conning going on. So many people think when you be kind to them, they be suspicious of you. And I'd be like, wow, that's sad. So anyway, make a long story short, I gave him my phone number and I told him I would help him this weekend. We could meet up at the library and I would help him do an application. He looked like he in his 50s, maybe early 60s. And he said he already got a job, but he want a little job to supplement his income. And so I guess we'll meet this weekend at the library and I'll help him. And I have helped a lot of guys. It's a lot of black guys that don't know how to do application on the computer. And that's got to be, and like I said, that would be a real good business for me. I think I will try to go into business, like a little side business, helping people and get some business cards made. Maybe I could do that on the side on the weekend, maybe. Because there is a need for that. It's a lot of black men that don't know how to fill out job applications online. And a lot of people, especially older people, they are really scared of the internet and they don't want to deal with the internet, because it's so much to adjust to. And me myself, I can't stand this internet myself. But what other choice do you have? You know, it's not like it used to be. We had a choice. Everything is being done on the internet. So, and it's always changing every day. Every day is changing and it's getting more complicated. So, we got to deal with it whether we want to or not. But anyway, getting back to the boy. Okay, so when I went inside to take the plunger in and get the toilet unstopped up and everything, man, he called me and told me that his cousin had called him and he had to go pick him up at the jail. And I'm thinking, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. So I said, what does that mean? Does it mean you ready to go? You want me to come on out? He said, yeah. So I went outside and I said, is your cousin going to visit somebody at the jail or he done get out of jail? He said he done get out. I said, oh my God, my eyes got big as my head. I said, wait a minute. So that and I said, wow. And you know how something just overwhelm you and well, I can't speak for y'all, but when something overwhelmed me that's unexpected, it really had me in a state of shock, and I can't hardly speak. I got to gather myself and process it in my head. So I got in the car like a fool, and I'm thinking to myself, Sel, you finna be in this car with a jailbird. You don't know what he went to jail for. You don't know this dude that's driving the car. They cousins, they gonna knock you in your motherfucking head. Do you understand me? And I told myself, Sel, you better get out of this car. And so I said, I strategized in my head a plan. And I said, okay, when he get down there to the jailhouse downtown, I'm gonna tell him because I know it's a store across the street. I'm gonna tell him to let me out right there, and I'm gonna go on and pay him for this trip, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of this car. And at first I said, well, maybe I can get in the back seat. And I said, no, that ain't good either, because that dude is driving. He could drive you straight to backwoods somewhere, and they could murder your ass and whatever. So coincidentally, he when we got downtown, he went to the store across the street all by himself. And I was like, wow. And I said, okay. And I told him when we got to the store, I said, look, I'm gonna get out of this car and I'm gonna get on the bus because I gotta go on and get where I'm trying to go. And I'm gonna pay you. And he said, no, I can take you and I can do this. I said, no, 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 no. I'm gonna get on the bus. I'm gonna get on the bus. How much I owe you? He said it's cold outside. Why is he concerned about me and how cold it is? I'm fine. I'm fine. How much do I owe you, honey? And he said, well, you can go and give me $10. So I had remembered, and I'm a woman of my word. So since I'm a woman of my word, I told him Tuesday, this past Tuesday, when he helped me move him and his cousin. I said, I'm gonna give you a little extra because I really appreciate what y'all did for me. Y'all really did help me out a lot. So I gave him, I was gonna give him 20, but I said no, because I'm pissed off because he done put this motherfucking jailhouse cousin in the mix. That's inappropriate. That's out of order. That's out of order. Now, the appropriate thing would have been take me where I asked you to take me, or tell me, there's been a change of plans in the middle of everything, and give me a little discount on that first ride, or tell that cousin to wait. That's how that's supposed to have went. But this culture of young people. That's why I can't stand most of them. I'm developing such a prejudice against these young folks that they get on my nerves. They so out of order. And then when you say something to them to correct them in their error, they get mad. They want to fight. And see, I don't have time for all that going back and forth, debating with them. All of this, and they want to fight. I don't have time for it. They don't want to hear that they wrong. Even though they wrong, they want to be right. But his car, oh my God, that car was so nasty and smelling like dope. And then what if I'm going to my job? What if I'm going to an interview? I'm gonna be showing up smelling like dope. Do you know the people gonna be looking at me crazy? I'm gonna be smelling like dope by default. I don't want to be smelling like dope. And then I can't stand that smell. And I got to keep on holding my breath. About to cut my circulation off because I got to keep holding my breath, about to pass out, holding my breath. Lord have mercy. Niggas, niggas. And it's just awful. It's just awful. But these are the same people that say we need to support each other. We need to stick together. We need to do this, that, and the other. Right? OMG. OMG. Mm-mm-mm. But what else happened? Something else happened. Um, oh yes, oh yes. Vanessa, you asking this is the same peephole driver or a different one, different time? This is the same peephole driver. The same peephole driver. Yes. So so I rode the bus after I got out of his vehicle. Man, I was so glad to get on that bus and get away from that dude. And man, there go that little. I done seen that girl on a bus before, and she sitting there pretending like she talking to this other dude, and he just running his mouth. And you know how some people be running their mouth and ain't saying nothing, and they love to hear themselves talk and be looking around trying to see who listening to them. That's him. And I want to tell that dude, will you shut the F up? I'm so sick of your mouth and you ain't talking about nothing. And then I blame her, the girl with that little funny troll face. And she kept on looking in my face, kept on egging him on. That's the reason why he kept on talking, because she kept on egging him on. I got so sick of him and her, I wanted to throw both of them off the bus myself. And man, okay. So I had to go to the post office on the other side of town because I had ordered these shoes from. Oh, I had no idea that I had ordered them from China. Man, I'm so sick of them Chinese. I'm so sick of them Chinese when it comes to ordering stuff, and it take them 2 years to get to you. Man, and they don't even give you an option to put a rush on the order. Man, if I had known that them shoes would come from China, I would have never ordered them shoes. I ordered them shoes back in early October, and I'm still waiting on the shoes. And man, I tracked the shoes. Now, according to the uh the little email I got, they said the shoes had arrived on the 14th. I don't remember seeing no shoes. So make a long story short, when I went to the post office, the woman, the supervisor, told me that it was a discrepancy with the numbers on the house. So the mailman took the shoes to the post office. I'm surprised that they didn't send them shoes back to China the 14th. I guess that was last week or whatever, or the week before. So she said it was gonna be about an hour because she had a whole lot of packages to look through in order to find my package, and she was gonna call me back in an hour. Man, that was how many hours ago, and that woman still ain't called me. I didn't think she would. You know, so many people tell lies right in your face with a straight face, and I knew when she was telling me that with them big old thick teeth, she wasn't gonna call me in an hour. And she probably ain't gonna call me tomorrow. You know, tomorrow Friday, and a lot of these people be trying to do less work and get off early. So I don't. I probably won't talk to her till next Thursday. Whew, I'm so ready to get my shoes. And if the Chinese gonna do you like that, why don't they give you a discount on that order? Sure, they're not gonna make much money, but still, you know what I'm saying. So I walked down the street while I was waiting on that other dude that told that lie, said he was gonna be 10 minutes away. Then he lied and said he's gonna be 20 minutes away. The dude with the SUV. So, man, I walked down the street and across the street, went to the beauty supply store to look for me another wig. Do y'all know I couldn't find my wig this morning? And I finally found it about 2 hours ago. It was up under the blanket. Lord have mercy. And I looked hard, I looked high, I looked low for that wig. And man, I had to get an alternative wig. Thank God I had two more wigs in my bag. So man, I went in that beauty supply store. But before I could get to the beauty supply store, I seen this old girl. She was a white girl with old punk rock hairstyle, and it was blue. The mohawk was blue, and it was bald on both sides. And when I first seen that girl, I said, "Oh, look at Satan! Look at Satan children!" And I was so glad that I was going out and she was going in. But check this out. Okay, she was getting dropped off. Somebody, I think it was a black dude driving the car. So by the time I went across the street, there she come again. I said, "Wow." We done met up again. So I said, okay, I'm gonna let her go on in. I'm gonna let her go on in because I don't want to have nothing to do with her. You know how some people, you don't want to, you shouldn't want to have no contact with them. You know, I can just read their spirit. And I said to myself, she got a bad spirit, in my opinion. I'm gonna let her go on in the stove. Then I'm gonna come behind later on. And when I did go in, try to go in, there go them folks, them hustlers in front of the store. You know how someone be trying to sell a CD, gonna sell this, want you to buy that. And I get so sick of them folks that's trying to peddle them CDs. Ain't gonna never be no rapper. Never. They sure get on my nerves at the gas station with all that. And so these two girls, they had some children involved with all of this foolishness. They had a picture of this girl that's supposed to be missing. And you know, when I'm going in the store, I just have developed this thing. I don't fool with these people trying to hustle me and trying to sell me stuff and hand me these papers. Man, I don't have time for that. And why they don't never be hanging out at the store telling you they want to pay some of your bills? Huh? They don't never. But they always want you to do something for them. And listen to all these lies and hustles. And here she go with ma'am. When they first start out with that ma'am, they make me mad. Because I know what's gonna come behind that ma'am. And they want to waste my time and bullshit me. And then you got to be careful because a lot of times they hold you up in front of that stove. If somebody behind you could knock you in your head. And what I do, if they start talking, I'm still walking. And they can't stand when I still be walking. They want me to stand still and listen to them tell me all that garbage in my ear. And she was looking at me kind of strange and she started talking. And why? Because I was still walking, headed to that door. And I said, go ahead, keep on talking. Keep on talking. You know, I can still hear you. Go ahead and keep on talking. And she was like, wow. And she handed me this paper with this girl. She said, ma'am, if you don't mind, if you see this girl, she's missing and blah, blah, blah. And I said to myself, well, y'all should have your ass in the motherfucking house. I'm so not all of them, but a lot of these folks is coming up missing because they're not being raised right. And here I go, got to be put into the mix. I got to be involved with the bullshit. Get your motherfucking ass in the house and sit the fuck down, okay? And stay off of that motherfucking Facebook, meeting all these strange motherfuckers, okay? And so when I went ahead and took the paper, and I was going in the store, and I heard her and that girl laughing and you know making little ugly gestures behind me because I could see them in that glass. And I said I started to throw that paper down on the floor right then and there, but I did go ahead in the store and I put it on that counter and walked the fuck off. And I'm not gonna be involved with these heathens. I'm not gonna be involved with them. If your heathen cousin is missing, that's you and her problem. I'm not gonna be looking for her. Yeah. And what I look like the missing heathen task force. You know what I'm saying? And then want me to help look for her for free. Bye. Goodbye. And man, not only was my wig missing this morning, I couldn't find my panties. And I'm like, where the F is my panties? Man, my wig and my panties was missing. But let me tell y'all about this wig situation. Let's get back to the wig situation. I went in two different beauty supply stores. And this is a problem that I've been running into. Everybody's selling them same tired wigs. I'm so sick of looking at them same tired wigs online in the beauty supply. Same SHIT. Do anybody go to the wig conventions? Ugh, Lord have mercy. I'm so sick of looking at everybody's head looking the same. And I get so mad when I go in the beauty supply, they get them same ugly ass wigs. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we gonna have any new hairstyles anytime soon in the wig department? Ugh. And then when I ask them if they get in the short wigs, they always want to show me them ugly ass old lady wigs. Man, I'm so sick of looking at them old ugly. Oh, am I the only one that can see that they ugly? And then they don't never want to go down on that price. I believe if you're gonna sell an ugly wig, it ought to be no more than $5, okay? And 15 cents. Ooh. Man, got style, you say who you asking who took your wig and panties. Okay, Castells, I found the wig. When I got back, it was under my blanket. I don't know how it got up under my blanket. And I still ain't found my panties. I don't know if Casper took my panties or who. I don't know. But I guess somebody needed a big pair of panties. A big white pair of panties and they still gone. I don't know where they at. I don't know where they at. But anyway, I just gotta go buy some more, I guess. And man, I've been needing some more anyway. Man, this I had on some panties the other day. I know this is too much information, but I'm gonna tell y'all. I had on a pair of panties the other day that got on my nerves. Them mugs were low riding off my booty all over town. I told them panties when I get back home, you going straight in the garbage. Man, I was all up in all them stores pulling up them panties. You know somebody thought I was stealing, right? I had to keep on pulling up them panties. I said, what the hell? Man, them panties got on my nerves. And I'm like, what is making you keep on falling off my butt? What is the problem? You know, when that elasticity fall out of them, they won't stay up on you. They got on my nerves. Ooh, soon as I get back, I throw them straight in the garbage. But one thing I can't stand, I ain't never like wearing thongs. How can anybody wear thongs? Do any of y'all wear thongs in the chat? That ain't nothing but a rubber band up your butt. Man, that'll get on my nerves. I tried to wear some thongs in my early 20s. I said hell to the no. I wore that shit one time and I said, man, you know, that ain't nothing but a doo-doo trap, right? I bet when a lot of these females take that mess off, it is a mess. Okay? A mess, a complete disaster, a crime scene. Okay? And what is the point of a thumb? What is the point? You don't have no support. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. It's just a rubber band up your butt. That's it. Alicia, you say you don't have the same problem. What problem? What problem you talking about? The panties falling off your butt, or missing panties, or the thumb? What part? What part are you talking about? you like thumbs, Kasai? You said they comfy, girl. What? How can they be comfortable, Kasai? That'll get on my nerves, honey. All that piece of material up my butt, man. And then if you bend over, it's gonna go all up through your uterus. Man, please. Vanessa, Vanessa, you finna make me holler out loud, girl. Vanessa say, I can't imagine this generation of millennials, 90 years old, wearing thongs. Oh, ain't that the truth? Isn't that the truth, Vanessa? Man, oh man. I don't want to see that 90 years old wearing a thong. I don't want to see that ever. Oh, Castile, you like them thumbs that much? You said that's gonna be you, huh? Oh, Castile, you can have them thumbs. I don't want no part of them thumbs. Dun, 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 dun. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No panty line. I would rather have a panty line. I don't trust nobody with no panty line. Uh-uh. No, no, no. I, Cat Styles, I don't like that. And I have seen a lot of females. I thought they didn't have on panties. Maybe they had on thongs. Because, some of them dresses, you can see through 'em. And I think that's out of order when you got on a see-through dress and you can see all your butt. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And then when they sit down in a chair, especially in public, you know you're gonna leave some booty juice behind in that chair. You know some booty juice gonna get left behind in that chair. You're gonna be leaking. It's just a natural part of women. You're gonna leak some booty juice or some vagina juice. One or the other, sometimes both. It don't matter. It don't matter, cat style. You say you wash ass, so they not cat styles. You gonna have a discharge. The vagina is gonna leak at some point. Okay. Some of that juice is coming out of there at some point throughout the day. And the butt too. I don't care how well you clean it. Some of that juice is coming out. It's just a natural part of the body. It's some juice coming out of there. And when you sit down in them chairs with a thumb, you gonna leave a print, an imprint of juice behind. I done seen it too many times. I know what I'm talking about. Especially at the library. Man, you gotta be careful when you go to the library. And you pull out that chair, you gonna get some juice residue on your pants or your dress. You better look in that chair before you sit down. Especially in the summertime. Especially in the summertime. Ooh. Cat Styles, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not lying on that juice, girl. I'm not lying on that juice. The juice is coming out. The juice is coming out. Eric said they all got the spirit of thirsty thought. Grandma, these young girls. Yes, yes, indeed. Castile, you said I saw this girl in Ross with a white dress and pink panties, and she had a man with her. They always got a man with them, and the man ain't got no more sense than they got. Both of them just come drunk. Booty juice. Yes, booty juice. On my CD, I talk about the booty juice. And man, I even have my own self cracking up when I'm talking about that booty juice. Booty juice is a reality. And that reminds me, I got to make me an account on this website real soon. I meant to do that yesterday because I'm going to go ahead. I wanted to do it today, well, yesterday, but I called the copyright office and they closed. You know how so many people they don't know how to come back to work after a holiday. The holiday been gone, and the copyright people still gone. They done enjoyed that turkey a little bit too much, okay? And I gotta wait till they get back. Whenever they decide to get back, I guess they want to come back Monday to file my copyright on my CD. Somebody already is violating real bad, and when I make time for them legally, they gonna regret ever taking my material and creating a whole website and calling themselves gonna make some money off of my off of my material in my name. They got a lot of nerve. But anyway, I'm gonna protect myself by filing the copyright for my CD. And I'm gonna be filing the copyright also Monday. I got two copyrights. I got a bunch of them to file, but I'm gonna start off with two. I got one that I'm gonna put on these t-shirts that I'm gonna be creating. I'm gonna have my face on the front like a cartoon, and then on the back I'm gonna have the haters prayer. I would tell y'all what the haters prayer says, but somebody probably listen, they're gonna steal it, and I'm sick of them stealing my stuff. So I gotta get it copyrighted. That way, if they steal, I'll be able to sue the shit out of them and get some money out of they broke, miserable, stealing ass, or stop them some kind of way. And yeah, I gotta file that on the back of the T-shirt. I'm gonna have a hater's prayer, so y'all can just imagine what that's gonna consist of, right? And I wasn't going to promote the CD, but I believe I will. I believe I will go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna get the CD copyrighted and the hater's prayer that I'm gonna have on the back of the T-shirt. I'm gonna get both of those copyrighted and get somebody to do a little bit more illustration and artwork on the front of the shirt. I know I want my name on the front and something else, something else. I'm not sure. But I had somebody in mind to do the artwork for the t-shirt, but I think he done got mad at me and he won't even say nothing else to me on Facebook. And I thought he had blocked me. You know how some of the people they be hungry for money right then when you talk to them and consult with them about something, and they be wanting the money right then. And if you don't be ready to move on the job right then and pay them, they get mad. So he got mad and he won't talk to me no more on Facebook. But one monkey don't stop no show. It's a whole lot of people that know how to do artwork, and some of them better than the other. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna let one end get in my way. I just move on to the next person. And speaking of people want money, now here I go with my whole cash app on the front of my Instagram page. This one dude, and I do want to go on the trip. And I told him 2 times, why I gotta keep on telling you, when I get some money, I will contact you. You don't have to keep on contacting me. I haven't forgot. And what get on my nerves is when somebody keep on badgering me, keep on pulling on me. Look, and I think he hungry for some money. And he make me when people do me like that, it make me not want to cooperate with them. It make me not want to eat food with them. And I do want to go on the trip out of town. He offering trips out of town, but he's a struggling business guy. You know how a lot of us in the black community we struggling in business, and a lot of them don't want to admit it. But most of these folks that call themselves in business, they struggling. And he gonna ask me. He gonna ask me. Now it ain't been maybe a month or two since I contacted him or interacted with him on Instagram. And I told him, I wanted to go on a trip. And he told me I could put the trip in the layaway. And I told him I would once I get to working and got it straightened out and everything. Now here he go yesterday again, all in my inbox, asking me if I would give him a donation so he could do some. Um, now I don't want to tell a lie on him. Let me find the inbox message. I don't like to lie on people. I'm gonna say exactly what he told me. Okay, now, ooh, and he made me so mad when he sent me this cash app. He made me so mad. Now he ain't never ever supported my cash app, but he want me to come over here and support his cash app. Ain't that a mess? Ain't that the mess? You see how black folks do? Now here you go. Back in October, he sent me a message saying, "Hope all is well. Sending my blessings and want you to know that we look forward to providing you with a wonderful experience in the motherland. Let me know if you have any additional questions." See, he want me to send him some money right then, or if you are ready to make this dream come true. So I think I made him mad when I said this. I just said thank you. So yesterday he sent me another message. He said, "Hello, hope all is well. Sorry if I am bothering you." But and he know he bothering me, but he say he's sorry. He ain't sorry. But as they say, closed mouths don't get fed, and follow up is king. Are you ready to make a deposit for one of our Africa trips? If you are not ready to make a deposit, would you feel comfortable making a donation to my business fund? Ain't that a mess? I am raising money to increase my marketing and advertising budget for the remainders of 2018, as it is hard for black businesses to get business loans even when we have good credit. So I said, I'm still unemployed, but I will be happy to donate and pay a deposit when I do secure employment soon. Thank you. So he says in a response, okay, my cash app is blah, blah, blah. Ain't that a mess? Ain't that a mess? And that's just like, I don't think this was a real uh, preacher, but this well known preacher, he did me in a similar way not too long ago, but I got a feeling it wasn't him. I got a feeling there was somebody impersonating him, because I just don't believe that certain preacher was begging me. I don't believe it. And when I wouldn't donate to his little orphanage, he said he had an orphanage over there in Africa. And when I wouldn't donate, and he kept on begging, kept on. And when I wouldn't donate, I ain't heard from him no more. I don't believe that was a real pastor though. I don't believe it because he got a lot of money. I don't see him begging me. And I don't even know how he found me. I think it was somebody pretending to be that man. And I had thought about finding his phone number and calling him and asking him, was that really you asking me for a donation on Instagram? And I still might do it. I still might do it today. Call that church and ask. But you know, in them real big mega churches, it's hard to talk to the pastor one on one. You got to go through all these different people. Ugh, cock blocking, all the security, the secretary, the receptionist, the administrative assistant, the co-pastor, blah 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 blah. They ain't gonna let you talk to that main pastor for some reason. And I don't like that. If I can't talk one on one with the main pastor, I ain't fooling with it. I want to talk to the pastor when I get ready. Especially, but look, they want you to pay them tithes and offerings, and he'll come to you one on one for that. But anyway, um, yes, Vanessa. I don't. It's not a music CD. It's a so-called comedy CD. It's kind of corny, but a lot of the subscribers they had told me, "Oh, you should do stand up." You got to be careful about listening to people, 'cause they'll set you up for failure a lot of times. But I um I put a little CD together dealing with, different topics. It's just a few snippets of certain conversations, and it's got a comedic flair to it, I guess you could say. So I had sent a couple of people the CD, and I think I will make it available for purchase. I'm gonna get it copyrighted first, though, because people be stealing your stuff. And I done had enough of them stealing from me with they untalented self. They ain't got no talent, and they sit around and wait to listen and see somebody else having a little bit of talent or a lot, and they come around trying to steal. They will not be stealing from me and getting away with it. Yes, indeed. But I have enjoyed talking with you all. I know this is late, and I usually don't do a late live stream like this. But I have enjoyed you all. We had some good conversation and a couple of giggles. Yeah, we started off talking about uh one thing, and you see we done ended up talking about several different other things. There's never a dull moment in the boom boom room, right? And there's always something or somebody to talk about. And that's one thing you don't have to worry about with me. I'm full of conversation. But you know what? I have noticed, like these people that I get a ride from off of that Facebook page, they don't like to talk and they don't like me talking. I'm like, you know, I guess they some of them don't judge kind of people. You know what I mean? And they only want you to talk positive and say all kind of praise about them and whoever else. They don't know anything about the concept of conversation and conversation building. And I can see it on their face. They be looking kind of, offended. Or they be looking like, won't she shut up? And I don't like being around people that don't like to talk and have conversation. So we end up just sitting in the car with air. And that is so awkward. That is so uncomfortable to just ride down the street and ain't nobody saying nothing. And then they'll turn up that old awful rap music. Ugh, ugh. But anyway, no, Eric, I haven't researched the Lilith thing yet. I'll probably do it this weekend. Vanessa, you want to know my cash app? My cash app is $ Carmen Kaboom. Let me put it in the chat for anybody else that wanna donate. If y'all are interested in donating, I'd appreciate it. Hold on, I can't even hold on. I do appreciate your donations, and right now I am really appreciative of donations because I'm trying to put together the keyboard coward task force fund. And somebody would ask, Carmen Cabone, what is a keyboard coward task force fund? Honey, it's some coward that's created a whole page to disparage me using my picture without my permission, taking my content from my channel without my permission, and I want to find out who it is. So I'm going to pay somebody to find out who this is. And I was thinking about this yesterday before I started this live stream. I talked to my attorney yesterday. We're supposed to go to court next week. As a matter of fact, the 5th of December against YouTube/Google. And we're going to have our first setting is scheduled for the 5th. And I think I'll ask him about this. And, you know, I think I'm going to have to move this to federal court. And it's going to cost a lot of money to take it to federal court because I feel like, this case is worth way more money, especially what I have endured and been subjected to. It's I really feel like I need to take this to federal court. But anyway, I probably will be able to do that after we do this. But I was thinking, and I'm gonna run this by him when we talk again. I was thinking I should probably file a freedom of information request. And I looked it up, I Googled it last night. And there is a form that I can get. There is a special form that you have to submit to the company and request the name of the person that's running that channel and their information and subpoena. I'm gonna ask my attorney if he can subpoena those records also. I'm gonna find out who that is. And when I find out who that is, we're gonna play ball. I promise you that. I promise you that. And you know, somebody think my life is a game, and I'm so glad that they do. I'm so glad that they do. But anyway, I have put the cash app there in the chat, and my cash app is $ Carmen Kaboom. For those of you that would like to donate to me, and I would really appreciate it because I'm really trying to get somebody paid to find out who this person is. And once I find out who they are, OMG. Since they wanna play with my picture, I'm gonna play with theirs too. Oh yeah, they better hope and pray I don't never find out what they look like. Man, but it ain't gonna be no fun when a rabbit got the gun. It ain't gonna be no fun when a rabbit got a gun, right? But anyway, all you gotta do is make an example out of one and the rest will fall in line. Because it's a bunch of them. It might be the same person with different accounts playing with me. And I need it to be understood that my life is not a game. But anyway, for those of you that would like to donate, I do appreciate it. And my cash app once again is Karmic Karmic Kaboom. And the PayPal is pay.me/Karmic Kaboom. I'll put that in the chat also. And I also put it in the description box after this video uploads. Okay, I'm putting it in the chat now. But yeah, Vanessa, you had asked what the Cash App is. So the Cash App is $Carmen Kaboom. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I have enjoyed you all very much. I got a long day ahead of me. I did take my nap earlier, but I still could use a little bit more sleep. And so man, I done moved over here to Mexico City, this side of town where there's a lot of Mexicans, man. And you know what they do on the weekend? They love to shake their little brown booty. And I'm not looking forward to that. I pray to God that I hope they don't party. I hope these are kind of don't like to party. I hope they like to work a lot. And, you know, ooh. But on the weekend, they let their hair down and they like to shake their brown booty and drink and all that, listen to all that music. I pray to God they don't do that over here. This gonna be my first week around them. Thank you very much, Vanessa. I just received your Cash App donation. I see the notification on my phone. Thank you very much. That is so nice of you. I appreciate it. And oh my God, I gotta start back working. I got an interview Tuesday. Now that guy, he was supposed to take me to my interview this past Tuesday, but he didn't come, and he called me 3 hours later. Man, I was so pissed off, but I tried to pretend like I wasn't. But I'm gonna go to this interview uh Tuesday because I got to get some money to pay somebody to find out who this person is. I'm done playing with them, these trolls on YouTube, and I'm done with YouTube letting them play with me and get away with it. But you see what they like to do to me and my channel when these trolls report and false flag myself. And see, that's part of what the whole court matter is going to be about. You know, we got to regulate this mess. And I cannot wait to have my day in court to tell what's been going on. I'm sick of it. And see, some people that they'll just go ahead and deal with it, have their page shut down, or they'll shut their page down and walk away from it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it like that. And I don't know what the status is concerning Willie D. You know, he was having to file a lawsuit against YouTube also a couple of months ago. And I had talked to his attorney, and I was interested in doing like a class action lawsuit, but at the time he said that he wasn't wanting to do it right now. He probably would entertain it later on. He wanted to just get some names of people that were going through similar situations right now. And I see that Willie D, his YouTube page has not been active for a while. So I'm thinking maybe YouTube has suspended his account and he can't upload for whatever reason. And I don't know if they're still going through court about whatever um, was going on. I think I'll call his attorney again today to inquire about that. But in the meantime, I see Willie D has been making little short videos on Instagram. You know, you can make little short videos on Instagram. I have tried that, but it's not really the same. And we really need a competing platform similar to YouTube. And I wish I could do it. I really do. But I'm pretty sure you have to have a lot of capital to do that, and the servers and all that stuff is a lot that goes into it. But they really do need some competition because a lot of the politics is so unfair and the trolling is out of control. It's really ridiculous, and it should not be like it is. You know, you block these people. It should be like Facebook. You don't see them anymore. They don't see your stuff. But you block these idiots, and within 5 minutes, here they come again with another account. And I think most of them, what they do, they might change their name maybe by one letter, and then that's how they able to come right back. And something needs to be done about that. And if it's possible, I really want to express my feelings about this. When we get into court, you know, hopefully I will be able to express how I feel and what I've been going through and enduring. And, a lot of people outside of YouTube, because a lot of people don't really come onto YouTube like this. Some people may come and listen to music or whatever. They don't come onto YouTube, like we do. So they really don't know what's happening. And, you know, this is like a little dark secret, a little dark world for the most part, as it relates to, the world itself. A lot of people don't know all of this stuff that happens on YouTube in these YouTube streets, as they call it. And, it's so many people being violated, people putting personal information, just violating. And it's happening so much, and especially on the black side of YouTube. It's just ridiculous. That's their way of being vindictive and trying to sabotage and, expose somebody. But they don't want to be exposed. I feel like if you're gonna expose me, I should be able to expose you. But most of those cowards, they hide. And It needs to be a level playing field. If you're gonna put my address on there, I need to find out where you stay and put your address out there. You're gonna put my picture up there. I need to be able to put yours up there and talk about you like a dog. You know what I mean? And most of them probably are so unattractive. Oh my God. And look so awful. And they got so much to say about other people. I feel like other people should be able to talk about them too. That's how this should go. But anyway, I digress about that mess. But thank you very much again, Vanessa. I appreciate the donation to the Cash App. And if anybody else would like to donate, you can donate to my Cash App is $ Carmen Kaboom. And the PayPal I think is pay.me/Carmen Kaboom. And I have enjoyed you all so much tonight slash this morning, and I'll probably get back later this evening and do another live stream. I'm not sure. If not, I know I will do one Saturday, tomorrow. And coincidentally, yesterday, Thursday, it felt like Friday all day. It was so much traffic in the streets. And I'm like, where are these people going? Where are they coming from? Is somebody giving away something free? That drives people out in droves when somebody's giving out something free, right? And but it felt like it had the spirit of Friday all day yesterday and Thursday. And the guy that was driving me, that gave me a ride in the SUV, he said the same thing. He said it felt like Friday too. But I while I was waiting for him, I went to this restaurant across the street from the business where I was, and because I was hungry, I hadn't eaten anything, and I had a taste for some fish, and I need to be careful about that fish because I like fish, but that fish don't like me, honey. And a lot of times when I eat that fish, it'll come out, down below, and I'm like, oh my God. And I have to fight a lot with my OBGYN, my gynecologist, and I need to go see her. Man, I am so late going to see her, and I've been rescheduling. And every time I go to see her, I have her and her assistant laughing. And I'll be like, I know you tired of looking at this ugly thing, but here it goes again. Look at this ugly thing. It's so ugly. And she's like, why you say it's ugly? I said, look at it. You done seen it? And she always just fall out laughing when I say that. And I had to tell her, honey, all of these things are not created equal, okay? I'm going to admit mine is ugly, but I thank God for it, okay? It could look worse, okay? And I said, I know you talk about them on your break. I know you do. You can't tell me because your license will be revoked. But I know y'all be talking about these ugly motherfuckers on your break, in the break room. I know you do. And she laughs so hard. While I'm on that table, I have her laughing. She be like, you need to be still. Because she can't laugh and look down there and examine me at the same time. Okay. And so a lot of times when I eat the fish, it comes out and oh my God, I cannot stand that. It stinks so bad. And that is against everything I stand for to have a stinky vagina. I think that ought to be banned against the law. Okay. And, oh man, I cannot stand a stink vagina. Oh. And speaking of stank vaginas, I'm so tired of going in these public bathrooms and smelling these stinking females. Ugh, garbage, 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 garbage. Okay, and they know they be stinking. And how are they still screwing, just hishing their legs open to these dudes? And I guess these dudes just like garbage. Okay. And I guess they just like fish. Ugh. That's just a little bit too much liking. You know, for my taste. But anyway, um, yeah, when I eat a lot of this seafood, it comes out and I can't stand it. But yesterday I went to this place. I wouldn't ordinarily eat at a little place like this. Not to say that it's low class, but it's just not my type of place. You know, you can't eat at everybody's place. So I took a chance and went over there and ate, and it was so delicious. Man, that's rare when they have the food piping hot, and it was piping hot. It was full of season, and I was shocked because the people that was cooking looked like they was Mexican, and the guy at the front counter looked like he was from the Middle East, and I'm like, wow, okay. So I'm like, what do they know about cooking fish, soul food? So that's becoming a trend. These Asians and Mexicans and Middle Easterns trying to cook soul food. Get the f out of here. But anyway, I had a mood for catfish nuggets. I like catfish nuggets, even though they say you're not supposed to eat catfish because catfish bleeds once a month like a woman. And so I got the fish nuggets, and they were so delicious. Or I was just hungry one, and man, it was so hot. It was just blaze in the top of my mouth. You know how the food is hot and it had your mouth burning. And man, all that skin was coming off the roof of my mouth. And I said, man, it'll grow back. I gotta eat this. I gotta eat this. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. A burn up mouth. Okay. And that is so uncomfortable when your mouth is burned up because you done ate something too hot. But man, I said it'll grow back. The skin will grow back in a couple of days. This is so delicious. And I had the catfish nuggets. And what else did I have? I had some chicken wings. And a lot of these chicken wings is not real. And man, I bit into that chicken wing and seen all that black. I said, oh boy, this is probably a fetus, a human fetus, right? A leg of a fetus. And man, I'm so sick of all this fake food. But anyway, I just pray to God that was not fake food, like a baby fetus or whatever. And what else did I have? Oh yes, I had some fried green tomatoes. I love fried green tomatoes, and I have to have ranch dressing. It was so delicious, and it was like, oh my God, like 900 degrees. They was flaming hot. They was fresh out the grease. And he said it was gonna be three of them for $3, but I think he was being generous and gave me an extra one. I was so glad for that extra, that bonus piece. Ooh, that was so delicious. And one thing I can't stand when I'm eating fish at a restaurant, I can't stand tartar sauce, and I have to have tartar sauce with my fish. I can't stand tartar sauce in that little bitty package. Give me a whole cup of tartar sauce, please, or a bottle. Man, I can't stand that. You gotta have 50,719 different packages just to get a decent amount on your plate. Man, I ain't got time to be opening them little bitty packages of tartar sauce. Give me a whole cup of tartar sauce, please. And or a bowl. A whole bowl. And I think they sell shrimp too, but I didn't really have a taste for shrimp. And I like the gyros, but I haven't had gyros in so long. I have to have a certain taste for gyros. That's not nothing I like to eat all the time. And what else did I have? Oh yeah, it was so delicious. I had a peach Fanta in the bottle. It was so delicious to wash it down with. And man, while I was eating, it was two other black guys in there. And this one black guy couldn't sit down and enjoy his food. He kept on going up to that counter. And I told him when I was up there ordering, I said, I'm so sick of you. I'm so sick of you. Will you sit down and eat your food? And he started laughing. I said, I'm real sick of you. And the man behind the counter, he started laughing too. And then we was looking at TV, and I don't know her name. It's some judge, some black judge. I don't like her show, but it was on. And you know when you're in these businesses, you ain't got no other choice but to look at whatever they playing a lot of times. So I wasn't really looking at it, but I was listening to it a little bit. And man, this black woman, she had brought this girl to court who had had a baby by her son. Her son had died. I don't know what happened to him, but she didn't think that that was her son's baby. And she didn't want to be the grandmama to the child because she said all of her grandkids had something in common. They had big feet and big hands. And that girl, she said that little girl, I think she's like 5 years old. She said that little girl ain't got no big feet and big hands. So she didn't think that was her grandchild. So they did a um, DNA test on her. You know, they can, if the dad is dead, they can do the next of kin, a swab test or blood test. And if it's 99%, more than likely y'all related. So they did the test and it came back 99.9%. So she apologized to the girl. She said, well, I guess I'll go ahead and be such and such as grandmama. And before we got to that point, there was given testimony on each side. And the grandmama said that the grandson, he had caught the girl had given oral sex to somebody. And that's why her son, before he died, he didn't believe that um the baby was his. And she was like, that ain't true. It was so ghetto and garbage. Oh my God. And she was like, that ain't true. My child ain't never caught me giving head to nobody. And I'm like, wow, if you're giving head, how do you know that somebody ain't looking at you, honey? You know, how do you know? You in somebody's lap. Your eyeballs is in somebody's lap. How do you know who's looking at you or who's not? And she was just straight up trash. Straight up trash. And but I had a feeling that was the dude's um child because she looked just like him. They showed a picture of him. And oh my God, I said, wow, wow, wow. I guess y'all say I'm all over the place. I'm just talking about everything, right? Let me read y'all's comments. Oh, Air, you missed the live before this one. What was the live before this one? Let me see. I can't even remember. Hmm. These neighbors where I am, they got their dogs barking all day and all night. Man, I can't stand that stuff. People are so inconsiderate. I mean, you just an idiot. You know, you side by side with other people in a whole neighborhood. Why would you have your dogs out barking all day and all night? Especially overnight. Man, goodbye. Ugh. I mean, you just got such ignorant people in the world. Ugh. Idiots. But anyway, um, um, Vanessa, you say you stayed away from seafood for over 20 years. Oh, you could only tolerate it fried. Okay. The only seafood that interests me is shrimp. It's weird. I don't really like it. I think it tastes most of it tastes so gross. It's got a gross taste in your mouth. But I don't really eat it. But every now and again I will. But I mostly like it fried myself. I like lobster. I can tolerate lobster. And every now and again I eat some shrimp. But I like the shrimp mostly either pan seared with some noodles or something, or fried in the oven or whatever. That's how I like it every now and again. But I haven't really tried a whole lot of seafood. I don't really like it. A lot of people like those crab legs. They just so crazy about crab legs. And I tried crab legs for the first time about a few years ago, and it was so stank in my house. Oh my gosh. I said, this is not right. And I could not eat that. And then a couple of months ago, I tried it again, and I think I did the video live stream, and I had showed it to you all. And I think I was at Joe's Crab Shack. Man, it was like eating a plate of ass. And I was like, how do people enjoy this? It was just like a plate of ass. And it was so stank. Ugh. And it is so much of a chore to get the meat out of the leg. Man, you will injure yourself trying to crack that leg open. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is not food for a fat person because I got to have my food right away. I don't have time to do all this manual labor just to get this little piece of meat out of this little leg. Ugh, please. Oh, I don't have time for that. And then the meat is not even all that good. Or am I missing something? Do you have to put some seasoning on it? The meat was not good. And I'm like, if this is all it's cracked up to be, this is not even worth my time right here. Okay? This is not worth my time. But I did not enjoy it. I did not. And I'm like, why do people like this? This is so gross. It was like eating a plate of ass. It was so stinking. And I just cannot believe people like that. I cannot believe it. And then somebody said, oh, you're supposed to dip it in butter. I dipped it in the butter. It was still nasty. Ugh, I couldn't get nothing out of it. The only thing I liked was the fries. That was it. And the beverage, whatever I was drinking. I don't think I want to try that again. I didn't get nothing out of it. But that's what you say with the crowd, they make expensive dishes. I don't know if I don't know if I tried it at the wrong place or what, but I did not like that. Yes, Eric. I remember the black boy that spit in the pizza. He got 4 years. I did not know that. Wow, they're gonna mess with him and bully him in jail. They might spit in his food. They might spit in his pizza with his stupid self. I did not know that he had got 4 years. Wow. Vanessa, you say they got $100 crab cakes? Are you serious? Wow, $100 crab cakes? Man, I would never experience that unless somebody else is buying it. I would never buy, even if I had the money, I would never pay $100 for crab cakes. No way. Uh-uh. No way. That is crazy. $100 for crab cakes. No. No, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I did not like crab legs. And it just looks like a big old bug on your plate. A big old nasty bug on your plate. You know. And then I'm thinking, I'm eating some legs. Somebody's meat out of their legs. This is just insane to me. a plate of legs. You know, I said this is not making any sense. And it's just like garbage on my plate. No. I said I'm too sophisticated for this. You know, me, I'm too sophisticated for this. This is like trash on my plate. Trash. I couldn't get anything out of it. Um, Eric says it's a video on World Star of a girl videoing her stepfather sexually touching her to prove to her mom. I think I heard somebody talking about that. I think I heard the cousin pastor talking about that. And you know what? It sounds like to me, I read between the lines, that girl has probably been having sex with that man. And now, she's being vindictive, trying to get him back because he didn't do something she wanted him to do. It's a mess. And that's why another reason why you cannot be bringing these strange men in your house as a woman when you got girls or boys. You know, it's just out of order. Yes. Eric, Eric, you say you feel like that has been brought on by this thought culture with these girls. Yes, thought. And speaking of the thought culture, I'm so sick of these blogs promoting this thought culture. Just like yesterday, I was on the blog. I think it was the Young, Black, and Fabulous, and they promoted Nicki Minaj's new video. She got Lauren London and Evelyn Lazada and some other thoughts. And they half naked and squatting with their legs wide open with see-through panties and all this kind of mess. And I made a comment, and I said, you all complain about, how other cultures and races are destroying the black culture, but you all, you're an accessory to that. And it's shameful that you're a black blog and you happen to promote the destruction of black women and men every day. And I'm sick of this. Stop promoting this trash. So one of the thoughts didn't appreciate what I said, and she came and responded to my comment, girl, bye. I'm so sick of them thoughts that trash when they say that, girl, bye. And she went on to defend that trash, and I didn't even read the rest of that mess after she said, girl, bye. And, you know, I responded to her and I said, I'm not surprised, trash defending trash. It's still trash. I don't care if you defend it. Trash. Ugh. And see, this whole new generation, they have been acclimated into this thought behavior. That's all they know. They were born into it. So that's all they know. This is natural to them. But I am going to denounce it to the end of the earth. And I'm not going to apologize for it. That's just the way it's going to be. And we're just going to have to clash. Me and the thoughts. We're just going to have to clash at every turn. Okay, Eric says the women need to check these guys because this thought culture is what these guys love. Y'all sexualizing y'all little girls to as well as yourself. These guys loving that. Sure they are. They love these lost females with no guidance and a loose cunt. They love it. Why would they want to correct them? Why would they speak against it when they can get free cunt any time of the day, any time of the night? They don't have to pay them nothing, just only a little bit of attention in a text message or an inbox. Okay, that's it. That's all. And most of them walking around twerking all these disease-ridden cunts. But I digress about that mess. Anyway, I have enjoyed you all so much, and um, we'll talk again real soon. Thank you again, Vanessa, for the Cash App donation. If anybody else would like to donate, you are welcome to donate. My Cash App is $sign Carmen. And my PayPal is pay.me/Carmen. Thank you all very much. You all have a great night and a great morning. And we'll talk again real soon. I'll let you girl. Peace.